What's up, everybody? I'm going to dive right in today. Real quick, got breaking news. Breaking news. So excited. So something just came in the mail that I'm going to show you. But first, the thought of the week is, you are the righteousness of God in Christ. Yeah, Pastor, what else is new? But every day you got to take and lay hold of that. I'll share more about that in another episode, okay? But today, just want to remind you to stay focused. If you've been following these messages that I've been throwing out, focus on the fact that you are righteous, not based on your performance, not based on your efforts or anything that you do, not based on your behavior. You're righteous because way back when, on that cross, Jesus was made sin for you, that now you become the righteousness of God in Christ. All right. I didn't make the morning time. My hours have been really, really crazy. Staying up late. So I didn't make that 7:30 time frame that seems to work good for folks. But hey, I'm here now, and this is just an impromptu so that I can show you what I got in the mail today. All right? This is a brand new book. Brand new book. Actually, full disclosure, I got one yesterday. What's going on? Apostle Wash. Okay, so yesterday I got a proof copy of a brand new book, and they said that I think we ended up wasting some money because we paid extra to get this next proof. We got 2 proof copies. What's going on, John? We got 2 proof copies because they said the first one had some sort of error. But when I got it yesterday, we didn't see the error they were talking about, so it was good to go. But when they told us that there was an error, then we ordered another proof after correcting the so-called error. And that's what we got here. We paid expedited shipping just to get it. But nonetheless, the first copy that came is with my office manager, Mary. And I first want to give a shout out to we're going to show you this sneak peek of this book, and stay tuned for how you can order. But I want to give a shout out to Mary Mons, and also who put this book together, and a shout out to me for teaching these messages that the book's based on. Got to put a plug in for yours truly up in here. But also a shout out to Dawn, because she's the one that really wrote the book. Okay. She sits under my teaching every single week, and she sketches out a combination of text and pictures, which is called Sketchnotes. Hey, Ali, glad you're here because you're going to get to see. I first showed the first proof copy. You can rewind to see what I said about that. But I first sent the first proof copy, or showed it to via video text through to Dawn and Mary. I wanted them to see it first. Okay. And Dawn just did an excellent job. So she, as I teach, she takes notes via Sketchnotes, which is a combination of text and pictures, which I'm going to show you. So, drum roll, please. That's why I need a producer. I need to get special effects. And 2019, I'm just going to declare it right now. I'm going to get a studio built right here in the house. All right, here we go. You know, depending on how things look, it could be a disaster when you do these unveilings. Technically, they call it unboxing, but this will be an unlettering. Here it is. Gospel, full color, compilation of messages by me, illustrated by Dawn Pope. All right. And I was pleasantly surprised with the first copy that came out. So let me get this to where you can see it better, maybe. Okay. We're going to take, yeah, you're right. She is a woman of excellence, man. We spent a lot of time going back and forth. And what she's done is, like, she would give me, yeah, hey, Steve Wash, I want to make sure you see this Golden State shirt. That's the main thing. Okay. But look at this. This is awkward, but okay, that's good. Okay. Bring it closer. There's a message on overcoming rejection, discouragement, disappointment. And there's a takeaway on one side. God accepts us and promises to never leave us. God accepts me, and that is enough. That'll preach right there, won't it? So, you see that full color? Isn't that beautiful? Look at this. Christ lives in me. It's a quote by Martin Luther. We need to hear the gospel every day because we forget it every day. A bond servant. I taught on a bond servant, and that's how the Old Testament bond servant is a picture of Jesus. We don't live for God. He's living in me. He and I are one. Wow. These graphics, I mean, look at this. Romans 12:3, God has dealt to everyone the measure of faith. So God has dealt to each one the same measure of faith. God did not do a misdeal. And I taught on a playing card illustration. Like if you're playing Tonk. I'm not a big card player, but Tonk, everybody gets 5 cards. But if somebody gets 6, somebody else gets 7, somebody gets 3, that's a misdeal. But you can never accuse God of a misdeal, right? Because each and every one of us has the same faith. Healing belongs to you. Wow, it's good stuff. Okay, look at this. Why Jesus died on the cross. Look at the example of a chair. Jesus sat down at the right hand of God. It's finished. Jesus hit the bullseye for us. Don did, man, an outstanding job. I like this. Praying in the spirit. Y'all know about praying in tongues, don't you? Look at this. Get the glare out. Science proved, I taught on that, out of this Dr. Andrew, forget how to pronounce his last name, but he was out of the University of Pennsylvania, and he studied people who prayed in tongues versus people who prayed in English, and versus monks, Buddhist monks, I think it is. But anyway, science proved that the frontal lobe of the brain is quiet when a person prays in tongues. You can see, look at that. It's awkward trying to show you this at the camera. But look at that. Look what she did. She showed, illustrated somebody praying in the spirit and how they monitored their brain. They got connected to this device and it monitored their brain activity. Yeah. So, and then every message has a takeaway, and it also has, you can watch online if you want to hear the full message. And at the beginning of the book, all right, there is a link where you can go and watch the messages in their entirety. Wow. Mark 11:23, talking about how faith works. If you remove self-righteousness, you can move mountains. No self-righteousness. You get that out the way. Look at that, how she illustrated that. My goodness. Got a train carrying away the self-righteousness. Look at this. Man, we're getting blessed just scanning through this book. Jesus received all the bad he did not deserve. And we don't receive all we do deserve. We're free from condemnation. Man, one can just go through this book. See, when we were children, we were under the law. Hey, Miko, miss you, man. Look at this. Talking about when Galatians 4, we were like children when we were under the law. Not we, but people who were under the law. But humanity, specifically the Jews, when they were under the law, they were like children. But then we're not under the law anymore because Jesus came. The law was a temporary system. It was our tutor to bring us to Christ. Once we're in Christ, we're no longer under the tutor. Watch this. Okay. We tell children when they're children, they were under the law as children, they had to tell them what to do. You had to do this, right? We tell children to stay away from knives. But now that we're adults, Jesus made us sons, see, and now we're full grown, and you don't have to tell adults to stay away from the knives. So we don't need the do-do list of the law. The mindset of a champion. Wow, look at this. Beautiful illustrations. I mean, Dawn is a professional. Let me tell you something. She's a professional at this stuff. We're not what? Look at this. Come on. We're not fighting for victory. We're fighting from victory. Look at this. Imagine the mindset of a champion. Write the vision, make it plain. Write it down. Imagine yourself successful. This looks exact same as the first proof that I got. We're not under the old covenant where we got prophets that speak for us. All shall know me from the least to the greatest. Look at this. There is no ministry gift that stands between you and God. There's no mediator. You can hear from God directly. You don't have to wait till Sunday to hear from the man of God or the woman of God. Okay. What Jesus did on the cross. Uh-oh, got a delivery coming here, so I'm about to let you go. Let me show you this. I'm so excited about this. Jesus nailed the law to the cross. Here's an exact illustration that we want to disarm weapons of mass destruction from bad people, don't we? That's very dangerous, but the law is Satan's weapon of mass destruction. And what did Jesus do? He nailed it to the cross. He nailed the writ of the law to the cross so the devil can't defeat you. I'm telling you, you want to get your hands. I sound like an infomercial, don't I? You want to get your hands on this book. I'm telling you. It's had to pay more. The cost was more. The cost of the color, but it's beautiful. I'm excited about it. I'm thinking about getting me a copy. I'm praying about it. Praying about buying one myself. Ooh, man, this is awesome. So hey, tell people about it. If you like what you see here, share it. Okay, share this, and let's expose some other people to it, and we can help use this as a tool to introduce the gospel to people, the true gospel to people who haven't heard it. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to let you go on and get on with the rest of your day. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I love you, and we'll talk soon.